Lie down on your back and close your eyes. Rest one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. Bring your attention to your breath. Seal your lips and take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathe deep into your abdomen and lightly contract your abs on the exhalation. Allow your belly and chest to rise and fall. Take one more deep breath in and out. Let your breath return to its natural rhythm and continue to breathe in and out through your nose throughout the sequence. Open your eyes. Let's start to open up your hip flexors in supported bridge pose. Bring your feet flat to the mat, hip width apart and parallel. Inhale, press into your heels and lift your hips all the way up. Exhale, place a block under your sacrum at the base of your spine. Choose the height that is most comfortable for you. Check that your toes still point straight ahead. Take slow, rhythmic breaths deep into your abdomen, allowing your hip flexors to let go of tension. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the block. Lower slowly back down to the mat and hug your knees into your chest. Take hold of the backs of your thighs. Rock and roll, forward and back, a few times. Cross your feet and come forward onto your hands and knees. Bring your knees together and sit back on your heels in Thunderbolt. If this position is uncomfortable, you can put a bolster under your hips. Sit up tall. Roll your shoulders up, back and down a few times. And roll them forwards. Bring your hands to the back of your neck for kneeling cat-cow. To start to mobilize your spine. Inhale, lift your chest, arch your spine and look up. Exhale, round your back, drop your head and bring your elbows together. Inhale, lift your chest, open your elbows and look up. Exhale, draw your abs in and tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift your chest, open your elbows and look up. Exhale, draw your abs in and tuck your chin to your chest. Last time. Inhale, arch back, open up your chest and draw your elbows back. Exhale, round your back, drop your head and pull your belly in. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring your hands back down by your sides. Come forward onto all fours. Walk your hands to the top of your mat, pull your hips back and continue to slide your palms forward as you rest your forehead on the mat in puppy pose. Reach your fingertips forward and draw your hips back to feel a nice long stretch in the arms, shoulders and lats. Move gently from side to side to open up your shoulders. Take long, slow, and even breaths. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come back up to all fours. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up into downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent, press into your palms, and lift up out of your wrists. Check that your feet are hip-width apart and that your feet and knees point straight ahead. Walk out your feet a few times to stretch the backs of your legs. And shake your head to release any tension in the neck and shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come forward into plank. Inhale, rock forward onto the tops of your toes. Exhale, drop to your knees, untuck your toes, hug your elbows in close and lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lift up into baby cobra. Exhale, relax into the pose. If you have the flexibility in your spine, inhale, press up into full cobra. Exhale, draw your shoulders back and down. Move your head and shoulders from side to side if that feels good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower back down to the mat. Tuck your toes and push up to plank. And into downward facing dog. Let's continue to open up your hip flexors. Inhale, sweep your right leg up to the sky, point your toes. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Drop your left knee and release your back foot in low lunge. Breathe into the stretch in the front of your left hip. Come up and bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Exhale, draw your hands back to open up your chest and shoulders. Draw your lower abs in. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat. And step back to downward dog for the other side. Inhale, sweep your left leg up to the sky, point your toes. Exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Drop your right knee and release your back foot. Breathe into the stretch in your right hip flexors. Come up and bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Exhale, draw your shoulders back. Last breath in. Exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat. Tuck your back toes and step back to downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop down onto all fours. Sweep both feet to the right. Sit back and come to the middle of your mat with your feet hip-width apart. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, lower slowly down to the mat for 2 final back bends, starting with bridge pose. Rest your hands by your sides, palms face down, and walk your feet back until your fingertips graze your heels. Feet are hip-width apart, toes point straight ahead. Inhale, press into your heels and lift your hips up. Exhale, relax into the pose. Check that your knees point straight ahead and do not fall out to the sides or in towards each other. Take slow, deep and even breaths at the top of the pose. If you want to go deeper, roll your shoulders underneath you, interlace your fingers and draw your little fingers down towards the mat. Lift your chest up and back. If you feel compression at your lower back, drop your hips a few inches. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, release your arms out from under you and lower slowly back down to the mat. Only come up into wheel if you know that you can practice it safely. If not, you can lift up into bridge for a second time. To come into wheel, bring your hands next to your ears, fingertips point back towards your shoulders. Inhale, lift up onto the top of your head and pause for a moment. Hug your elbows in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, straighten your arms and legs and come up into wheel. Keep pressing into your hands and feet and stay here for a few breaths. Relax your head and neck. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck your chin and come down to the base of your neck before lowering all the way down to the mat. Bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest and stay still for a moment, feeling the imprint of the pose. Walk your feet to the edges of your mat and drop both knees to the right and to the left. Windscreen wiping your knees for a few breaths. And hug your knees into your chest. Rock gently from side to side to massage your lower back. Release your arms and legs and lie back in final resting pose. Let your feet come as wide as the mat and fall open. Relax your hands, palms facing up. Shoulder blades rest evenly on the ground. Close your eyes. Notice all the places where your body is in contact with the mat. Bring your attention to your heels, calves, hamstrings, to your sacrum, mid-back, shoulders, elbows, forearms, fingers, knuckles, and the curve at the back of your head. Become aware of your whole body and of your breath moving in and out. Let any remaining tension slip away and allow your mind to rest and become quiet. When you are ready, roll onto one side and gently bring yourself up to sitting. Now you can move back into your day.